Thank you for being with me today. I did not, I wasn't sure if this was going live or not. It was acting a little funny again. But welcome to Echo Art with Carmella-T. Here, you want to say hello to the little finches this morning? There they are. And well, I'm so happy to be on here with you. I'm going to put this down in a second so it's not moving and we can sit and have a nice coffee together. Yes, that took me a little bit by surprise. I wasn't sure if it was going live. So, welcome to Echo Art with Carmella-T. If you are new to the program or to the channel, we create with all recycled materials, fabrics, and supplies. And it's our way to give the earth a little hug. Every time we use something, instead of putting it in the landfill, we're using it. We extend the life of that item, and we also deter more gaseous, toxic gases being emitted into the air. So it's our way to, give the earth just a little hug. So with that, I thought I would come on here live and just kind of update you, just like I do sometimes on different projects and things going on. So now we have quite the little winter wonderland going on here in Vermont, Northeast Kingdom, especially up here. And actually, I just did a little video I'm dropping over on a Vermont Sun and Shade. It sounds like one of the bison got loose up here in the Northeast Kingdom. I was going to stop over there, but I noticed something was going on. I don't know if it's our bison or not, but they said in the Northeast Kingdom, so they might be the bison up here. I'll let you know. So, with that, so I wanted to update you on my artwork, my art projects. So, I'm going to say, first of all, I want to say thank you for all the talented, beautiful artists that I have following me. You guys are absolutely amazing. So, one of my artist friends said to me this morning, "Hey, Carmella, your first book, Bridge of Life, is definitely on Kindle." Now, the reason she said that to me is she bought a book on Kindle, and I had for sure had trouble getting the book published on Kindle. So, on my dashboard on Kindle, KDP, I'm not even sure I'm reading it correctly. It looks to me like I don't have it on Kindle, so I need to call them. But this is a viewer, well, she is a friend of mine too, but still, she says, "Hey, you definitely have that book on Kindle." Now, my Bridge of Life 2 that I just finished, and I want to talk to you guys a little bit about this. Hi, guys. Hi, Liberia. Hi, how are you? Thanks for being here. So, the Bridge of Life 2 is on Kindle, and that's for $2.99. So I like the price. I don't like having it really high. Things have gone up. So the paperback books, even on Amazon or, being published by KDP, have gone up. So I'm going to say something. Word art, which is what I'm doing in poetry, that is an art that is to be absolutely appreciated. I'm going to tell you, I don't know if I've taken it for granted all of the years that I've done it, and I didn't really give it that special attention, but I am now because I do realize it is an art form. I mean, I knew it was an art form back then when I was doing it, but I wasn't giving it the credit, I think, or the attention at the time that I should have been, you know. Anyway, so that is why I'm writing the Bridge of Life 2, and then we're going to go on and on. Now, I also have another book that I started years ago. Again, art, word art or poetry. And that is absolutely going to be published in this next month. It has to be. It's going on years and years now. I had written it, and in the middle of it, well, not the middle, towards the end, I was almost done with it. A lot of different things had occurred and around me, and it just was no viable way for me to pay attention to the book. So anyway, now I am coming back around, and this is life, this is the traverse, this is the way it is. And timing, no matter what, I believe it is what it is, right? Mm. So I'm having this cup of coffee, and I want to share something with you about that too. So anyway, I'm happy, just very happy to say I will be publishing that. That is, I'm just going to tell you the topic. It's in relation to, again, phenomena, celestial, angels, and I will be having more on that book, but I'm not going to do part one, part two, part three. You'll just know books coming out on angels. That one, this next one coming out, will compose, has more of my artwork, more of my drawings in it. And together we'll be drawing more angels, okay? And so with that said, there are a number of things going on. So the 23rd of November, there is another needle felting class. And I'm going to share with you tomorrow the little flat needle, I call it flat. The really what it is painting with felt, felted paintings, felted pictures, felted collages. You'll see. So I'm teaching that next, and I did that way before I did my 3D sculpting in needle felting. The only thing about it is it wasn't enough for me. I needed to do, not that 3D is more, because there are textures and layering to flat felting, but it's just a different type. So with that, I had chose to predominantly focus on 3D sculpting. So next, so the 23rd of November, there is still room in the class. It is filling up. It's pretty close to full. It's like, I think 8 people in there, and we go up to 10. And if we have an excessive, they always ask me, Carmella, are you okay with 13, 14? And I always say yes. Unless I don't have supplies, I will always say yes. So anyway, if you're coming through Vermont, you're in Vermont, you're around, you want to take a ride, it's in Morrisville, Vermont, and just call the River Arts. So that's coming up the 23rd. We also have the exhibit in Jericho, Vermont. I have my work over there, needle felted bowl that has interactive. I call it interactive because you can take things in and out of the bowl. You can rearrange them. I have it filled with needle felted items. Okay, so that's another. I have a couple of new stores, I think, the art stores. We will see after I fully connect with them that I will be talking to you about, that I may have my art items in. Now, I'm careful about the stores I select, because if I have too many stores, I'm afraid I cannot keep up with the demand. Now, I'm not saying there's a demand like there was in 2000 to 2009. I mean, and before that. I mean, all through the 90s, things sold straight off my table when I went to art and craft, straight off the table within the time that the art and craft fair was. Things have changed dramatically, and we can only hope that things change dramatically back, and that people are able to spend a little bit without being nervous. So with that, I am focusing on smaller items, And however, I am looking for a place to put my denim hats, the patched artwork. They're works of art, and people want those. If I cannot find a place for those soon, I will just see if I can put them on WhatsApp. Let me know what you think about that. WhatsApp. Can I put items on there that my artwork? I see other artists do it. Should we do that? Let me know. So anyway, with that, there's okay, so there's a couple other things I want to talk to you about, and then I'll talk to you what we're going to do this afternoon. I'll be back this afternoon. We'll be working on a project. So, but I'll explain this to you in a minute. But so now the other thing that the other project, the other thing that has occurred is my spoken word art that I'm doing, my poetry books. Those are an incredibly a large part of my being, seriously, spiritually. When I write the words flow. And if you've read any of my work, and I'm going to read more of my work to you if you haven't heard it, I've read some of it here already. But sometimes I have to stop and think, what did I just say myself? Because it's highly metaphoric. It flows from the deepest part of me. And it just does. So with that, what I want to do is uh, um how should I say this? Is I will be available to talk to groups, to read my books to groups. Okay? I will be available. There will be no standard rate. For example, if it's a nonprofit or fundraiser, like I have made my polar bears for fundraisers and donated it to them, and they've made okay money. They've done all right. I've done that a few times. But I will continue, and I will do that also. That will be a part of my speaking also. Um, so if you have a fundraiser you would like me to read, hi Buana, Wayne, hi, how are you? And you would like me to read, as an author, read my own poetry books, Bridge of Life 1 or 2, I am more than happy to do that. If you would like me to, thank you. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I'm glad you're doing good. If you would like me, also in that same vein, I'm going to talk to you about this because throughout my life, I have consciously spoken to people and work in my line of work. I've spoken to people to motivate them. Okay, people to find hope and to motivate them. So I will also be available for motivational talks to groups. Um, and I just want to put that out there. So that's a major, 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 major update. And it's not something that I'm making the decision lightly, but I'm making it because I feel there's a need for it out there. There always has been a need. People do need to know, be reminded that there is way more sometimes than just what they're seeing in front of them. Because we can get stuck. As human beings, we are definitely a social people. People are social. People get energy from others, they get ideas, they get happy, joyful. In the same vein, they can be affected in a negative way too. So anyway, so with that, that's something that we'll be talking more about as that comes to fruition. And how am I going to do that? I just start like this. Um, I am working to figure out exactly where to be listed out there. So you can find me out there as a speaker. I don't know exactly. I'm looking at that right now. Um, And yeah, so, but if you know me, some of you do know me out there, you've met me, and if you have a group that you would like me to talk to and you're planning it, definitely email me. You can email me through my YouTube website, my YouTube channel. That comes right to my email. And so we will be doing more meditation projects also. I almost did a granny square meditation one. Now, what these are, granny squares, these are granny squares. And I had started a project. I started making these over on a TikTok because a viewer over there specifically asked a question on how to correct some crocheting rows that she was doing to try to make a hoodie. So I said, you know what? I'm going to make a hoodie out of granny squares. Okay. So that's what we're doing this afternoon. These happen to be, I think they're like 5. These are, yeah, these are about 5 inches. It shows like it's closer to 5.5, but it's really 5 1/4. So I need to do another round on these, and I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to be back on, and we'll do the hoodie together. Now I may do it in a video, so I can go straight through and just show you, or I may just jump on here. If I can get part of it done, then I can show you the other part. So with that, I just wanted to jump on here and share that with you today. So join us this afternoon, and I'm trying to think, it'll probably be in a couple of hours. It won't take me that much longer to add just another row to each of these. So with that, thank you for being with me. I hope you're having a beautiful, beautiful day. And I will see you in the next one.